Hello, welcome to Shared XP, no repairs and more. Jebro gets involved. So, basically, today is the 28th. I'm just going over the blog post from the 27th, which is quite a lot of info as you saw. I'm going to start with account bound World XP, which is the main thing people are excited about. So no longer will you have to go to your main player for World v World to actually use all your masteries, because all of your World XP is being combined, so you can go onto different characters and use the mastery that you want on that character, even assigning it to different characters, which will be very beneficial to you and your team in World v World. All the World v World rank points will be reset, so you can go across all your characters and change that up, which is really, really good. All you have to do is log into each character. You go to the map. It doesn't matter which map you go to. It doesn't even matter if it's World v World. Just log in each character, and then those points that he's got will be assigned to the account bound World XP. And yeah, that's it really. I mean, once you've done that, log onto your characters, start assigning points because they've all been reset, which is also very good. And then you can get all your different masteries. So if you know you're going to be in a situation perhaps where you've got a bunkery character, maybe you've gone for a ram mastery, something like that. Maybe you've got a speedy character you want to use supply mastery. I don't know, you can just you can use different characters for different masteries. And I think that's going to be really, really nice for people to use in World v World, because they've been asking for it for about ever since it came in, really. And it's about time that it's happened, because it doesn't feel like it's something which should have been such a major issue to change, but now it's actually happening. Congratulations, many people will be happy. Okay, so as we're just in World v World, just going to talk about events and champ loot, because obviously you can get loot from champions and such. The gold is being reduced significantly that comes from the actual champ loot itself. They keep saying this is to reduce some of the gold that people are getting, and I think people are going to be getting a bit more gold from other sources, but not completely sure about this change. How much the actual gold is going to get reduced by, I am not completely sure. So as you can see, I am currently killing this champion at the moment to get some loot. So at the moment he gives, I can't remember how much gold these guys give, but the problem is this going to affect just PvE mobs? Is this World v World mobs? Is this any champion loot at all in all champion events? A little bit of clarification again would help. Less griefing on the forums and less questions and constant badgery. It would be very, very useful for them to do that. But moving on to repair costs, which is something which is actually going to change in the game as well. You will never have to repair ever again, apparently. Right, so that's where, there's a gold sink that's coming out there, so, less gold spent on repairing, which was considerable. If you had like Ascended gear or a level 80 gear, exotic gear, and it was completely screwed, then you'd have to pay like a gold or a couple of gold to actually get it repaired. So you're not spending that gold anymore on repairs. So, they need to kind of make sure somewhere else that you're not getting as much gold as you were before. So I guess taking it down on events and champ loot is a way of doing that. Also, you can spend that gold a bit more on the actual transmutation stones charges, to get armor looks and weapon looks that you want as a player. So I understand it. They need to have these gold sinks in the game to actually make sure that the trading post is okay, the gem store doesn't get just completely raped daily, and people are actually going to spend some kind of money and want to buy gems and not spend the gold that they have. Which from time to time I do, and I do support the game with gems as well when I can. So it's very important that happens. So just a little change as well in Mystic Forge. Apparently there's going to be more variation on output. I'm not exactly sure again what that means. Maybe someone can clarify that in the comments. I don't use the Mystic Forge much other than the SPVP for crafting. I do realise there's loads of different skins you can get, and it's saying in relation to rares and other items, so it's also not going to affect precursors that you can get in there, so that's not going to be like an increased rate of dropping out of the Mystic Forge with whatever rares or exotics or whatever you're putting in there. So just for that, just to make sure that's not. So gonna move on to Legendary and Ascended binding. So Ascended gear is going account bound, and it's no longer soul bound on equip. So when you equip it, you can actually move it throughout your account. So it's going to move it to account. So if you've got a couple of level errors, you can move that Ascended piece of gear to all your characters, which I think is really good because it takes a lot to actually make that gear. But then again, if you can just switch your gear around different characters, does it then reduce you even further? Because you think, oh, I've got this Ascended bit of gear, maybe I should just play it this way because I've already got it. Or, you know, I'm not sure it's massively needed for the armor. Plus, less people are just going to craft less, you know. I mean, just say what you think about that. I don't really know massive amount about Ascended armor. Maybe you can change stats or something in the pack. I don't know. Who knows? But, you know, that's another thing. So Legendaries are still tradable till equipped. And then they added after that it's account bound when equipped. What they should have just said was that the Legendaries are account bound even when equipped, so you can switch your Legendary around to all your players, not just the actual look which is in the wardrobe setting that of course that we will be able to have in the feature patch, but you can actually just move your Legendary around to all your characters so that they're going to get the stats they want. And of course, because they did that change, I can't remember back when it was, but you can change the stats when you get out of combat on the Legendary as well, which is very cool. So it doesn't matter what stats your character has, you can change the stats, which I think might be quite cool if they actually did that for Ascended as well, but I don't know. That might cause a bit of a ruckus. Other than that, there's not a lot much else really that happened. There's quite a lot of information, there's quite a lot of stuff that did come out, but it's all, you know, kind of quality of life stuff, which is really good. But there is a final thing. They did mention traits back a week ago about the reset, but basically you can reset your traits anywhere in the world as long as you're out of combat. You can reset them and then reissue them out, so you don't have to go all the way back to a vendor, buy a book. Of course, you won't have to buy a book anymore, so that's another thing you won't spend on gold on. So that's pretty good. I mean, you can just reset anyway. So if there's a tough fight where you particularly wanted a particular trait, then you can put that in. There's going to be like a minus and a plus button, so you can actually change those rather than resetting the whole thing. I think you can take some points off somewhere else and put them on somewhere else, rather than just resetting everything and having to put traits back into the same things again exactly, but rather than doing adding just 5 points here and there. It's just a better system. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good system. I'm getting tired of talking. My breath is running out. So I'm doing this all in one go. I'm still testing around with how I'm going to do this. I might record little snippets and then put them in. But basically, that is the long and short of it. There's little tiny bits of info which I might have missed out on. But basically, I think it's some good changes. World XP is a very good change. Legendary and Descended binding is nice. No more repair costs is always good. The lack of gold now that's going to be coming from champs, that's fair enough because they need some gold sync. And the trait reset system is really, really good. I mean, they're coming into the more SPVP side of things, which is very good in terms of that reset, which is free. But yeah, thank you again for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you again potentially tomorrow. Not too sure if I make one just after they're already up. But I will be doing some more videos on the blog posts and information coming up to the April feature patch for Guild Wars 2. Make sure to follow me at JebDan on Twitter and my twitch.tv/Jebro Unity channel on Twitch. And I will see you very soon. Don't forget to leave a comment below, and thank you very much for watching.